Well, to the locals, it's still and will always be Heinz Field. But for the rest of us, we're along the North Shore of the Allegheny and Ohio Rivers at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, we have an all-AFC meeting between the Indianapolis Colts and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Well, this weather is not cooperating as we're set to go. And we're off from Acrisure. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Into the hands of Pat Fryermuth. Get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. He stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. He rolls to his right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Third and 2, McCarthy. That's complete to the rookie out of Alabama. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. So 20 yards on that play. And the Steelers have a first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
1st and 10. It's McCarthy. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
At the Colts' 27-yard line.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. Daniel Scott with the pick. When you are facing a top 10 defense, you don't expect to wait long to see him make an impact, partner, and it only took him one drive here.
Yep, this group, they didn't get that top ranking by sitting back and letting the game come to them. They get it by attacking and attacking the ball.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And some excellent work to drive him all the way up past the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. Bails out of the pocket quick. And that's going to fall incomplete. They wanted to get it right back to him after that run, but no luck on that throw.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball.
Pat the 60, Pat the 60.
Second and 10. Again, it's Richardson. He's trying to pull it in inside the 20. And he's going to be sent out of bounds on a play that sends them all the way down into the red zone. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone.
Let's go now.
Taylor now up the middle. And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Spencer Schrader on now for the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Steelers, nothing. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
Second down, McCarthy to pass. Throw left side finds Freiermuth. And they make the tackle at the 38. Pickup of 12 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it will largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Finds a man right side. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. The Colts have taken the early lead. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's 3rd and very long.
19 Lions. Warriors 70.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Gets this one to Freiermuth. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now McCarthy. Rolling left, buying some time. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Mustang 19. Trap 60, trap 60. Cup 19, cup 19 tight, 19 tight.
2nd and 10, McCarthy. It's inside the 10. Cut at the 10-yard line. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Buffalo 18. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Working inside the red zone. And he has the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Chris Boswell for the point after. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Steelers tie this game 7-7.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set. 1st and 10.
Come on, alert, alert.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. Off to the races, middle of the field. It's an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take the lead on the first play of the drive. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
The kicker on 4th
Wow,
and
just
11.
sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. Play action, McCarthy. Buying some time left. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Check. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Warrior 70, Dragon 60, 79 Bronco. 18 Pioneer.
McCarthy trying again on 2nd down. It's a completion to Michael Pittman Jr. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. That goes as it picks up the first.
For a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Cup 19, Cup 19.
Looking to throw, McCarthy. This underneath, Johnson. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
19 tight, 19.
Back to the air, McCarthy. And Johnson once more. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
From the red zone on 1st. And it is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. One after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers tie things up at 14.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
They'll start on the ground. Taylor. And they'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
It has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More from Acrisure Stadium in just a moment. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
18 Ramley. 18 Ramley.
Richardson now, 3rd and 2. He's got it. Complete to Downs. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And it'll be 1st down Colts.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they take this in for the score. The Colts get some late points and the lead. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. Well, Brock, it looked like it took the full defense a while to recognize that he was actually running with it. I think it limited their ability to stop what turned into a pretty impressive touchdown.
I think you're exactly right on this one, Kate. Not too many scrambles go this far for a touchdown. And you got to give some credit to the guys around him. None of those receivers, tight ends, well, they just sold it. They didn't look back at him, had they? I think the defense is able to react and stop that touchdown. Instead, that's 6 big points on the board.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10.
19, 18. 70 range. 70 range. Left leg 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 19. Pioneer.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. Along the right sideline, there's space. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Steelers tie this game at 21.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Short pass brought in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. It sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That one gains 7. And that is good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
First down. A gain of 7. First down, Colts.
From the gun, Taylor. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't lose his yards. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. Offense to the line. Second down. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Escapes the pocket. Down the field. He's got Pierce. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. We'll keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Come on.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Has it at the 7. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Well, that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
He has the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take the lead just before halftime. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half.
At their own 35-yard line.
1st and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. From the shotgun, McCarthy. This is a heater going deep. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
18 guard, 18, 19 tight, 19 tight. Warriors, 70, 60, 60, 60.
He's back to throw. Looking slant route complete. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. And with the clock just about to strike 0, we get a timeout. 1 second to go in our half.
Got it, ready?
Here comes the final play of our first half.
79, bro.
One final shot before the half. On the move, headed right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. He's got it inside the 10. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments. Longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set. 1st and 10.
Rig, 19, Tiger, 19, go.
Starting the 3rd with Taylor. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
60 back.
Here's Richardson. Going for his back, but it's incomplete. So it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Richardson on third. Buys time, rolling right. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
He'll throw it. That'll be complete to Burks. And he stops. The call to go for it from their own side backfires on him with a turnover on downs. And now some great field position. First down from the 42. Now give to Dowdle. He's running left. He's out in the clear. And he will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers start the second half with some needed points.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Boswell gets that point after the go. And the Steelers tie us up 28-all.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Taylor. Saw the lane, hit it quick, call that a gain of 7. Nicely done.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Let's go now.
Second down carry for Taylor. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
At the 45-yard line.
Ready, set.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Ready. Cowboy 80.
To throw, Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
19 Lions.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He puts some air under it deep down the left. And that's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing third down.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Rig. 70 up 18. 5 in. Rig a look.
They kick the running back in motion.
Ready.
They're in the long for him here. He's trying to go deep again. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
At the 47-yard line.
19 Broncos. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Air it out on third. Oh, defender there to knock it away, and he's able to do just that. Fourth down coming up.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
6 yards to the line. The offense is going to go for this. Back to throw it. Buying some time right. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge next time the ball comes his way.
He'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Lions.
Running on second with Montgomery. Now he's past the 25. And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Wow, great stuff there, Brock. He busted that one open, got downhill, and got in for 6. Huge run there.
Yeah, and this is how you break a game open. He found that lane, and he was gone. What a tremendous effort in the blocking scheme there to just spring him enough so he could take it to the house.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. And they're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Throw left side finds Freiermuth. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. This is Metcalf working that right side. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Second and very short, looking to pass. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Another throw here for McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Looking to throw. It finds Davis complete. He's got it. That's going to be a first and more. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers cut it to 1 late in the third. Going after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers tie this game 35 apiece.
35-35. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Chased out to his right. He can run it. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be 1st down Colts.
First down. It's a gain of 10.
Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It's been a thrilling game, an absolute barn burner that is shockingly still tied as we get set for the 4th. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They go again with Taylor. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
And they make the tackle at the 38. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. New set of downs for him. It starts at the 38.
First down.
First down throw here from Richardson. That's going to be caught by his back. Taylor. And they take him down right along the 30.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
This is pulled in by McCole Hardman. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find a soft spot, and give the quarterback a chance.
They're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets him back on the sticks.
And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it. I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Running back sent in motion.
Ready.
Looking to throw. And he's got it. It's in close. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Well, tie game, and they want to be the ones that put this away. They're going for it.
Ready, go.
Trying to throw for it with Richardson. Forced out to his right. And he won't come through on 4th and goal. And he can't do it himself. He's stopped behind the line. We've got a turnover on downs. First call here coming from the shotgun. From the shotgun, McCarthy hits his running back. And this one only gets up to about the 5-yard line.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Completed to his running back. And they're not going to stop him until he gets out to that 16-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
All set now, 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to 2nd down.